Hello. Woo! Hello, dance for y'all. Hey, Lauren, John, how you doing? Yay! Yes, Nielsen is bought out. They bought out his last year just to basically say they're playing young players instead of him. He was no good anyways. CL, how you doing? There's the man, Bill. Everybody's in the house today. So in the second hour today, we did Jack Eichel. Well, he's not going anywhere for a while. I remember the first video I did on where Jack Eichel was gonna go. I pretty much figured that there's no way he's going anywhere until after the surgery. Why would you trade for a guy like that until after the surgery? It just doesn't make much sense. So, yeah. He was good way back, like way, way back. That's how long he's been playing. But when he was with the Islanders, and then I think the first 2 years he was with Detroit, and then after that it was like, woo, straight downhill. Yeah, I didn't think Eichel was going to go anywhere until after the surgery. Especially till after they figure out what they're going to figure out about the surgery. I think there's a lot. There's a lot of questions I don't know the answer to here. Let's say Buffalo says to them, you can go ahead and have the surgery. Now, if something happens, does that make them liable? Are they now liable for whatever happens? Like if they trade him to another team, right? Wouldn't they then the other team have to sign an agreement that they would take responsibility for any issues that happen with that surgery? It's really coming down to that surgery. It does mean they're liable, even if they go to a different team. So I think that's what's holding this up. It's like basically Buffalo saying, either you do the surgery we want, and then we'll trade you. That's what I don't understand. And maybe that's what they're hoping he does. But apparently there's something in the CBA that says they have to have permission. So it's not like he may have done it without their permission if they would have known. You see? So if he was able to, if the CBA would have let him. But apparently there's something in the CBA that says that, and I don't know this for a fact, so please don't take this as a fact. This is just reading stuff in here and stuff. There's something in the CBA that says that they have to be liable. They have to get permission from the team, and the team has to give permission. Yeah, but the question is for insurance, who covers the insurance now? Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of red tape involved, and I think that's what's holding all this back. But I don't see why Buffalo just doesn't say, go get the surgery, whatever. We don't agree with the surgery, but you're not going to play with us anyways, and then we'll trade you. Unless they have some sort of liability for that, I don't. That's what I don't understand. Because if he has a surgery, if a player has surgery I agree to that surgery and I trade that player, and then that player gets injured for a different team, the team that traded him earlier doesn't have any liability for that, right? So I don't understand why Buffalo's holding this up. Yeah, that's what I don't understand. I'm not going to go as far as to say that, but as of right now, there could be some red tape I'm not aware of. But as of right now, I cannot understand for the life of me why Buffalo wouldn't just say, go get whatever surgery you want. You're never playing with us anyways. Go Birds? What are you talking about there? Go Birds? What's that all about? Oh, Eagles, right. I don't even, like, I am so far away from football this year. I'm not paying attention to football at all. Not at all this year. How many games have they in the season are they? I'm a Browns fan and I don't even know who won. Well, apparently, yeah. Well, apparently they have a, a arena being built in Tempe, and they can go back to that old arena where you couldn't see anything, but I don't know. Oh, it's just a preseason game. Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm a Browns fan, so, but obviously not huge. I'm more of a Jays fan than I am anything. I'm more interested in the Blue Jays. I like that team. And I admit I'm a bandwagoner baseball fan because if the Blue Jays are out of it, I don't watch baseball at all. I watch the Blue Jays when they're in it. And I like the Jays. I'll watch them even if they're not very good, actually, but I don't really watch intently. It's like baseball to me is something that I have on while I'm playing poker or something like that, or doing something else usually. What's my favorite arena? That I don't know. I got to go check them all out. We're going to do that though. Just wait till I get the Jetto Frolic. We're all going to all the arenas in the land. It's going to be awesome. Do you like my title today? The best interactive NHL live stream that is on right now? Because there's probably none of them on right now. Yeah, I really want that to go in Arizona, but honestly, I don't even think the NHL's holding on to it too tightly now because Vegas is right there, right? So, but going to Dallas or going to Houston, how much does that expand the market really? How much does that expand the market? Uh, yeah, well, how much does it expand? Because you've already got Dallas. Where does Dallas out of? Texas? Where do they play out of? Houston, and then what's the other? Excuse my ignorance here. I don't even know how I don't know that. Is it Texas that they play out of? Aren't they gonna have to change the name too? Houston, Texas, Dallas, Texas. So I guess it's Dallas. That's right. Houston, Texas, Dallas, Texas. Right. So how much of but they're both big cities in Texas. So what's the how much of a market expansion is that? Like, how is there really going to be more fan expansion by going to that? I'm sorry, I made a mistake. Right, Dallas is in Dallas. I was thinking of I screwed up in my head. Houston and Dallas basically are both in Texas. So aren't you really not? Are you really building more fans by putting one in Houston? That's what I don't get. Like, if you're going to go somewhere, wouldn't you want to go to like new ground and build it up? But however, on the same note, I guess in that sense, that would just be like a savior city where you have somewhere to go. And I don't want it to be Quebec because right, okay. So if you're in Dallas, if you already have the Dallas Stars. So as of right now, everybody would in Houston, San Antonio, Austin, and Fort Worth, they would all be fans of the Dallas Stars already. Now you can let me know that. Do you think if you got one in Houston, would that build more fans in Texas? Like, is there areas of Texas that wouldn't even care about hockey, but if you put one in Houston, they would care more? That's what I'm asking. Because that's really the whole point of getting new cities, is to build a bigger fan base, right? Now, I agree that Houston could support another team because Dallas knocks it out of the park. Hey, Philip, how you doing, buddy? Because I mean, I agree that you know, Texas could support two teams. I do believe that for sure. Dallas knocks it out of the park. I know Houston is a major city, but for me, the whole point of adding cities is, especially for hockey, is to add more fans to hockey. Now, if you already have a city in Dallas, how are you adding more fans by putting a city in the same state in Houston? You understand? Maybe later on when hockey's huge everywhere, then I could do that. They could support three teams. I don't doubt that they would, but I still don't see how you're building a bigger fan base by doing that. That's why I'm like, people here in Canada say, oh, we should get a team in Quebec again. I'm like, no, man. Yeah, okay, that's what I'm asking. I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying that it's not happening, because I don't live in the United States. I don't know. I don't live in the United States, and I don't know. I don't know about Texas that much. Like, I've never been there or anything like that. So you think that it could build even more of a hockey fan base by putting a city in Houston. So then a lot of people there that were not a fan of hockey. Hamilton, I suppose, yeah. But again, right, maybe later, sometime down the road, after we've conquered a U.S. market. I don't want a Canadian market. I don't want another Canadian market until we are spoken in with the same breath as baseball and basketball. When we have a fan base in the United States that is rich as at least basketball, then maybe, yeah, throw one in Canada. But until then, I want us to focus on the U.S. market first. So if they think that there's going to be a larger fan base built in Texas by putting a team in Houston, like a significantly bigger one, then I'm all for it. Yeah, whatever's going to grow the biggest fan base. Like Florida and Tampa, I get that because you put two markets in Florida because one of them might fail and you have another one there to go. Yeah, you got the three teams in New York though. You see, that was another one where you're just attacking the market. Their population definitely could support it at the time. Let's see, you had the New York Rangers were part of the original six. And then the New York Islanders and Buffalo came in at the same time, right? I do believe. Is that, or did Buffalo come after the New York Islanders? See, that's why I like the hockey guy, because he knows his history better than I do. Let me look that up. One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay, so the Islanders didn't come in till that. So the Sabres came in the league in 1970. Okay. Indianapolis, I think so too. Indianapolis as well. So, okay, yeah, you have three teams in New York. Now, the two in Florida make sense because they one could have failed. The and then at the time of the other expansions, the NHL was just happy to get a city in the U.S. at that time. So now, though, it's a different time, different place. Hockey's starting to make a pretty good run here. I think you're more looking. You have much more of an option now than you did then. Like, I don't think there was a bunch of teams lining up to get an NHL city back in those days. You had to look at the ones that were just simply the most viable and most interested to be able to do it. Where now, there's people clamoring. Cities are clamoring to get an NHL team. So I agree. I think Indianapolis. What's the population of Indianapolis? Indianapolis would be a great place. in Indiana. $2 million. That's enough. And then surrounding areas. And that's right by Chicago, right? Michigan and St. Louis. Yeah. I agree with you 100%. Minneapolis. Yeah, 1920. Is that what you're trying to say? It's near Chicago. So they got to fight with Chicago. But, I mean, every team's got to fight with somebody pretty much. So, yeah, I think that's where I would rather have it. I'd rather have it there than Houston. I just think the people in Houston already would be Dallas Stars fans, so, and St. Louis, yeah. That might be the difficult part. I think the St. Louis Blues owners may not be too happy with that. And next door is Columbus. Columbus might not be too happy with that. Because Columbus is already having a tough time bringing in fans. And now they got to lose their Indianapolis-based fans too. So that could make it a difficult choice, but at least that's a whole new fan base pretty much, because I don't think there's a lot of people from Indianapolis that are Columbus Blue Jackets fans, right? So, but if they had their own team, then, you know, it's going to get more people interested in hockey, and that's what I'm all about. Milwaukee, yeah. Something like that. Milwaukee, Indianapolis, someplace like that. But the problem with those markets is they don't have arena ready. If Arizona's not going to make it, Houston is an arena ready place that they can go to. So, does that make sense? Logistically, that makes better sense, Lauren, for them to move like that? Anyways, like I said, I don't want a team in Quebec or Hamilton. And honestly, yes, if you're going to take a team in Canada, I would say Hamilton would be the better place than Quebec. Because Quebec's already got the Habs, so... Nashville would have a rival. Yeah, Carolina. Against Carolina, yeah. Yeah, it is kind of weird that they're not in the same conference, but they're pretty close to each other at the same time. But that's the way it works sometimes with the logistics of everything. The two teams in Pennsylvania is pretty interesting. Because Pittsburgh came later, right? Yeah, Hamilton used to have an AHL team. I don't know what's going on with, like, why wouldn't they have an AHL team? Why couldn't they support an AHL team in Hamilton? Like, I'll never know. Like, how bad can you botch a franchise that you can't succeed in a labor town in Canada with that many people in it. I don't know. The Pennsylvania Dutch and all its Amish. There's a lot of Amish, yeah. Yeah, they do have a junior team, but why they don't have an AHL team is beyond me. It's ridiculous. Like, so it's going to be pretty hard for them to get an NHL team. I was always wondering if maybe someplace central in the Maritime area that you could have a team there, but I don't know. Like, I bet you could fill a place in Newfoundland. Like, it's just the market will never get any bigger. Thanks for everybody for coming in to the best interactive NHL live stream that is going on right now. That's for sure. I can almost bet you that we're the best NHL live stream that's going on right now. Pretty sure. We're talking about U.S. cities that are Hamilton and OHL team, yeah. So for our second hour today, if we can get 5 concurrents in here. Look at that. Just as I say it, the 5th concurrent comes in. For our second hour today, we've been doing the series on best defense and all that stuff like that. I think we're going to rate the coaches for every NHL team. That should be fun. And then we'll do the general managers after that. San Francisco, yeah. I think San Jose is not doing too bad for fans. I think they're pretty set there. That was a really good franchise. I just hope they're not botching it there. I already did goalies. I did the goalies by myself. And then after I did the goalies by myself, I thought of the idea of doing it on live and then doing it that way. But I'd already done it, so it's already done. Yeah. But I think we'll do coaches. And then we'll do general managers. That coaches should be fun because it's hard to grade a coach. And I bet you'll have like all different grades for every different coach. Some of them you can't even do. Like, you can't grade Columbus because their coach is brand new there. I think that's what I gave them too, was C. We can talk about it if you want. Yeah, I did a video on it. Obviously, you didn't watch it. I did a video on it. But we can talk about it if you want. We got a half an hour there. We can do it off the top of our heads. I think the Anaheim Ducks goaltending core, the two duos is goaltending duos. They're using Stolars this year. And that should be interesting. He had the best year of his career last year. So he could be a late bloomer guy. But I mean, with Gibson there. Yeah, well, we can do goaltending news right now because we got a half an hour to talk about stuff. And there's no news rolling in from the NHL right now. So Stoli, I do see how it would come out there. We'll do the coaches at 6:30 to 7:30. So Anaheim, I think I gave Anaheim a B, but mostly just because Gibson is so good. And I think Stolarz is going to be a late blooming guy, but he dragged it down a little bit. Well, they already have a building. They already have a building agreement in Tempe. He's just got to find a place. He's probably going to go back to the old arena until that new arena is built. Either that or he's just going to say, I can't lose that much money, and Arizona's done, but I don't know. Well, we'll do that when we do the GMs, Lauren. Don't tell everybody everything now. St. Louis Kachuk's talks are heating up. Where the heck did I really? When did you hear that? Where did you hear this at? Because that apparently Brady Tkachuk in Ottawa he's going to re-sign in Ottawa. Brady basically said, I'll sign, but he wants a guarantee that they're going to pay to have a team there that can win the cup in Ottawa. Oh, just on Facebook. Okay. It was an interesting thing that happened there with Matthew Tkachuk, because that came out of Sirius Radio. O'Brien from Sirius Radio, who knows a lot of people there, and he's the one that came out and basically said a little birdie told him that Matthew wants to go back to St. Louis. Now, I'll say this. Mr. O'Brien is very pro contracts for players. He's next player. I had to think about it for a while, but I kind of thought maybe he was throwing out a solid for his friend for contract talks. Basically, in his own little way, helping Tkachuk get maximum money by putting a strong rumor out there and getting the word across to management that he's not taking a hometown discount, that he's going to get paid or he's going back to St. Louis. Why the heck would the Canes have interest in Monahan? I have no idea why they would want Monahan. The only reason why would you want Monahan? I don't understand why the Canes would be interested in Monahan. I'm trying to figure it out. I got to get my cap friendly up. Ottawa, I could see. Ottawa makes some sense. Stützle passing to him, maybe he could get out of his doldrums, but I suppose, I don't know about the Canes. Monahan has been so bad the last 2 years. Like, if you had the right guy passing him the puck, I suppose. I mean, you got to really I would have to dig in and find out what happened to that guy. Why is he been so crappy for the last 2 years? Because he had Gaudreau passing him the puck and he could only score 10 freaking goals in 50 games. Like, and I think his contract time up for him too. Carolina. depth chart. That would have to mean that they don't think they're going to sign Vincent Trocheck. Besides that, I see no reason why they would want Monahan. The only thing I can think of is they don't want to sign. Trocheck wants too much money, maybe. Yeah, they're not giving up Mangiapane, no way. Daryl Sutter has a picture of Mangiapane up on his fridge, I'm sure. There's no way that he's leaving. Montreal Canadiens are trying to sign somebody. Yeah, if they don't think they can re-sign him, I suppose maybe, but I don't see any way that a Monahan deal makes sense. Yeah, Ottawa makes some sense. They could use I don't know. I would investigate heavily into what happened to him in Calgary the last 2 years before I made that pickup, but it would probably have to be a dollar for dollar pickup. Let me see Ottawa. Because Ottawa is not spending money. And that's the thing, is his value is so low now. Oh, you know what they would probably get? They would probably get Colin White. They would probably trade Monahan for Colin White. Colin White hasn't really panned out in Ottawa. He's more of a third line guy. Or maybe they figure that Monahan, having Stützle on the wing, feeding him, and in a new situation, will get him back being, give him the spark. And it's almost dollar for dollar there. So I think, yeah, it would be White for... That makes sense. That makes some sense. Yeah, Drury's okay. I mean, Carolina Hurricanes. I can't remember. Didn't he? I think he got about a point a game in college, Drury. Where do they have Drury? Do they have Drury in the minors or what? Jack Drury. He's 21 now. He got 30 points in 41 games in the SHL. He did put up good points in the K as a 20-year-old. And what is he? 5'11", 180. That was in Harvard. Smart guy. 20 points in 41 games as a 21-year-old in Sweden. Translates to about, sounds like about a third liner, something like that. Sounds like he's about a third liner. A smallish third liner. Maybe, yeah, somewhere around there. Oh, yeah. They've only got 5. They're going to probably take players off of waivers to fill out their roster. I imagine they're in Arizona. They'll probably be taking players off of waivers. Or giving tryouts, giving training camp tryouts and stuff like that. Like, they really don't care if they win a game next year, I swear to God. Yeah, they don't care if they win a game next year. The ownership and anyways, like, they don't care. The players all want to win, of course. They always do. Like, when we talk about tank, nobody wants to go out. No, I'm not saying the players won't try hard, but I mean, they're going to be so overmatched just about every game. It's going to be, even in that poor division, it's not going to be pretty for the Coyotes, especially if they keep Carter Hutton as they're done. If Carter Hutton's their number one, I mean, I would say, what do you say? Over under 15 wins next year for the Arizona Coyotes. Over under 15 wins. Oh yeah, they're in the Central too. Oh, they're so done. They're under 15 wins in 82 games next year. If you give me an over under, I would say under 15 wins. Under 500, oh my gosh. What's the odds of that would be like, you wouldn't get any odds for that. It's guaranteed money though. You bet $10,000, you'd make like maybe $150 or something. There's no way they're going to be 500. No way. They're not even going to be close to 500 next year. The only games they're going to win are when teams go there, they partied the night before or something. Maybe they have a back-to-back against Vegas and Arizona, and they party in Vegas before they go there. Under 0.5 games, is that what you're saying? Arizona will win 9 games next year, maybe. Something like that, yeah. It's going to be a disgrace to lose against Arizona next year. Like anybody that's on that roster, it's not going to be fun. Poor Heidel, or sorry, Chychrun. Poor Chychrun. My gosh. Yeah, they probably will be worse than the Wings and the Colorado Avalanche. Yeah, well, they're definitely going to be at last place. I can't see any team being worse. Not Buffalo. Not Columbus. I can't see any team being worse than that. Would be the bet, I guess. You could probably get some pretty decent odds on Arizona being for sure last place. Arizona against the field for last place. Probably get some pretty good odds on that. But I can't see them not being last place. Yeah, I think they're going to have a better energy about them. I think they're going to be more competitive than they were last year. But all depending, if Anderson is their goaltender, then forget about it. No, they're done. But top, bottom bottom 3, bottom 4 for sure. Bottom 5 for sure. If Anderson is their goaltender. They got to do something about that. Those kids, you can't develop kids like that without having goaltending. He's not going to be good enough to. He's not even strong enough to play that many games. Yeah, I don't even know if you'd have to bet that much. Yeah, maybe you do. Shane Wright. Well, I guess if they win the lottery, they still got to win the lottery. But there's there's 3 really good players there. They're going to get a good player no matter what. But Shane Wright would certainly be huge. Poor Shane Wright. That would be the bad thing about that for Shane Wright. But they could rebuild pretty fast with all the draft picks that they're collecting. Holy crap. 5 second rounders and 2 firsts next year. Plus they got Gunther this year. What did I do with my phone there? I'm going to put on my TikTok here soon. Shane Wright reminds you of McKinnon? What did he put up in junior? (2022) NHL mock draft. Let's look that up. So you got Shane Wright, Ivan Mirshinichenko, Brad Lambert, and Matthew Savoy. So this Russian kid, let's see, Shane Wright had freaking 14 points in 5 games in the World Junior Championships. 66 points in 58 games as a 17-year-old for the Kingston Frontenacs in the OHL. 39 of them being goals. He's going to be damn good. I don't know what he reminds me of, but he's got a killer shot. I don't know who he reminds me of, but he is damn good. And that would be huge for Arizona if you got him. And then, yeah, he was on fire in at the World Juniors last year. It was freaking nuts. And then there's a Russian, Ivan Miroshnichenko. He got 9 points in the Hlinka Cup under 18. And as a 16-year-old, he played against men and got 15 points in 20 games. And he's a left winger. And then Brad Lambert, you guys know all about him. That kid looks pretty slick. And of course, Matthew Savoy. Matthew Savoy's going to college. Matthew Savoy's going to college next year. So that'll be it. And then Connor Geeky, Morgan Geeky's brother, is right up there too. Big boy. Pretty solid looking top 5 for sure. So. Oh yeah, the Kaprizov deal is going to get done. Minnesota has to have him. He doesn't have any leverage in the KHL. That's a joke. He's not going back to the KHL. I don't believe it. I think 2023 might be more like 2015 from what I hear, Philip. But they're both pretty good drafts, really good drafts. So Arizona will be trying to load up their That's funny. We just talked a whole lot about Arizona. Yeah, I both 2022 and 2023 are deep, and 2023 is even deeper than 2022, but they're both very deep drafts. This past draft wasn't very deep. Yeah, it does have 2 generational talents in 2023 for sure. If you look at like next year, Detroit's going to have one of those guys. If Detroit gets Shane Wright, plus all the draft picks that they just picked up, I think they're going to start looking at building from free agency a little bit if they get Shane Wright. That would be I think that would be the guy, because Shane Wright will be playing right out of junior, I imagine. That's a good thing to do for the last 6 minutes before we go to break. If Buffalo gets Shane Wright, basically, it's like they just have their Eichel back. And I would imagine rebuild time's pretty close to done. If Columbus Blue Jackets get Shane Wright, that would be a big sigh of relief for that organization. Because they would then have their playmaker for, well, he's a shoot first center, but yeah, Detroit would be, I think that would be their rebuild over then, yeah. At least it's on the very last tail end of it. They'd have one more year of growth, and then I think they'll watch their kid, how good he is, and then they would try to build around that through free agency after that. Another Sabre lottery win. What other teams would even have a chance at it? Ottawa? If Ottawa won it, forget about it. If Ottawa won it, my gosh, that would be disgusting. If Ottawa won the lottery next year and got Shane Wright with Kachuk and Stutzla, and then Sanderson coming up, well, we'll see what he turns out. Pinto, yeah, that would be the end of that rebuild right away. They would definitely start adding free agents right there. But I don't think Ottawa, I don't know. Well, Ottawa might be a lottery team, but the lottery's a little different next year too, right? The Seattle Kraken, that would be killer for them if they could do that. Anaheim. I think the Anaheim Ducks would need that more than any other franchise right now. Or San Jose. Are you guessing on that, John Weichel? Because I don't think it's come out who the veterans were that wanted out of San Jose if Kane comes back. But I wouldn't doubt if Logan Couture is one. And if he is one for sure, there's no way Kane's going back in that room. There's no way if Logan Couture is one of the guys that said that he's going back in that room for sure. Yeah, I would want Anaheim to get it out of everybody else, or San Jose. Yeah, he's like a Foligno. Beniers is like a Foligno. If they were to get Shane Wright now, then they're pretty set. But I don't think they're going to be, they're in the wrong division to be that bad, I think. Yeah. Apparently, one reporter said that Evander Kane sucked the energy out of a room. Like he was just a miserable jerk. Just miserable all the time, complaining about everything. Serious attitude. Okay, we'll try to get this up to 5 concurrent viewers. And we'll do the coaches. We will do the coach. We'll rate every team's coaches when we come back. You got to get up to 5 concurrent viewers. But we're going to go to a word from our sponsor.
Greetings. This is Steel Flyers from the Steel Flyers All Sports Network, and we have 2 very special guests. We are delighted to be joined by Tracy Musser and Nicole Howard from the Canine Country Club Resorts. Tracy and Nicole are both managers for CCC Resorts and work at the Windsor or at the club, one of 2 locations, both in Manheim, Pennsylvania. Congratulations on your 30th year anniversary of being in business. Let me start off by saying this. Steel Flyer stands behind this company 100%. They've taken care of Steel Flyer's furry friend for the last 2 years now, and they are a one-stop shop for everything your furry friend needs. In fact, let's find out what our friends at CCC Resorts offer. Nicole, how are you today?
Good. How are you?
Doing great, thank you. What are some of the great boarding services that you guys offer, and what do we have to do in order to get our furry friends taken care of when we are unable to travel with them?
Well, we like to bring everybody in for a tour first. That way they can see the behind the scenes, they can see where they stay, they can see where they play, and then we explain all of the fun things that we can add on to their reservation, whether it be one of our packages, either a nature walk, a ball time, or even a cuddle time.
Oh, wow, that sounds great. Boy, it sure sounds like a resort to me. So how are you today, Tracy?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Tracy, tell me, is it true that you guys have both an indoor and an outdoor pool at the Windsor location?
It is true. We've got one of each, so we're able to offer year-round swimming. The indoor pool is a great option for dogs who are swimming for therapy or rehab. It's got that sloped entry so they can wade into the water. Our outdoor pool is a little bit larger, and it's 4 foot deep the whole way across. And both of them are saltwater pools, so it's really easy on the dog's skin and coat.
Wow, that's very awesome. So then during the summer months, you have a much deeper pool outside and then a sloped entry shallow pool indoors for the dogs. Tracy, tell the folks how we can get some pool time.
Well, the first thing everyone does is come for an intro swim. We use that time to make sure the dog is comfortable in the water. We make sure they know how to get out of the pool safely, and we go over all the pool rules and etiquette with the clients as well. After that, they're able to schedule private appointments where they have the pool to themselves, or they can invite friends and have a whole group swim going on.
So after a dip in the pool, then it would have to be off to the groomers, right? I mean, our furry friends cannot go out looking their best. Nicole, what are some of the great services your top notch groomers provide?
Our groomers, they specialize in full service grooms. We can do the basics, whether it be just a bath and a brush out or a blowout. Or for the extra pampered pooches, we can do nail dremels, we can do deodorizing soaks, and also facials.
Wow, man, that sounds like a resort if you ask me. Tracy, I know one of the main programs here at CCC Resorts is the WAGS program. The Steel Flyers dog is enrolled in this program. So why don't you tell the folks what is involved in this and how they can get enrolled?
Yeah, the WAGS program is our primary daycare option at the Windsor. It's designed to be a structured program for people who are looking for a set routine for their dog. They all come on the same days each week, which allows them to have set friends, and we know exactly what's going on with each group. So we do a little bit more activities, and we build more into their daily routine there. But we've got other daycare options as well for people looking for a little less commitment. We do an hourly care where you can drop them off and just pay by the hour. We also do a day stay option, which is great for the dogs that prefer human friends instead of making friends with other dogs. And then we have a traditional daycare option as well if you're looking for the occasional outing for your dog.
Wow, there you have it. A full service groomer, a daycare program, and an indoor and outdoor pool. What more could you ask for? Sure seems like CCC Resorts has everything covered. Remember, DOG, depend on God.
All right, we're back. Okay, so need one more concurrent viewer. We got 4. Go call up your friends. Gotta have 5 concurrent viewers. Otherwise, it doesn't work out great. So we need one more concurrent viewer. I gotta. This should be quicker than the other ones, though. I had to pull them up. We'll wait till we get 5. I know for sure. We're going to get 5 for sure. We're ranking NHL coaches. We're rating NHL coaches. We will be. We have 3 concurrent viewers. Somebody left. Somebody's going to go to the Perlo's house of spanking right there. Wow, how could you possibly leave at such a time as this? It is the coaches ranking of all the coaches, and they leave. Like, tell whoever you got to go to, stop, go away. Who is still here? CL, Lauren, and Weichel? Let me try. I'll share this out. I'll change the title so people know what we're doing too. We got 4 concurrents. All right, so we're almost back. Yes, that's right. Of course. Okay, why was your ex calling you, by the way? Hey, so we got Philip, we got CL. We might have to roll with 4 here, but I'm going to try. I'm going to change the title. I'm going to change the title up, like just to let people know what we're doing. All right, we got 4. Okay, well, we may have to roll with 4, I guess. And I'll put it on TikTok too. See if I can pull somebody on TikTok too. That could make 5. Okay, so I got that too. All right. Where'd everybody go? Now we're down to 2. Hello? Now we're up to 3. Okay, we're up to 4. Okay. I'll see if anybody comes on TikTok as well, but we'll just get going. So yeah, we got 40 minutes, and we're going to grade every team's Okay, here we go. NHL coaches. I'll put it up on. Actually, no, I won't. I won't put it up. We can just say it. We don't need to put it up. Anaheim Ducks. Dallas Eakins. Dallas Eakins. What's your grade for the Dallas Eakins? Now, the thing about this is you got to really just take into consideration that you got to take into consideration of what he has to work with and all that stuff like that. Phil says a C. Weichel says C minus. It's hard. How much did he get out of that lineup? I mean, that lineup is terrible. And he's got a young group. Then you ask yourself, are the young players that he has improving? I would say yes. Then you got to ask yourself, do they play a decent system there? I would say it's pretty good. There's so many things to take into consideration. I think I give him a B, actually. I think he's doing pretty good considering what he's been given. I think I give him a B. So we got Bridgman says a C. Weichel says C minus. We're waiting for Lauren and CL. Lauren and CL, what grade are you going to give Dallas Eakins? CL is C. It looks like he's getting a C here, unless Lauren goes way off. Lauren, where are you? Lauren, where are you? Anaheim Ducks, Lauren. The Anaheim Ducks. Ducks a D. Okay, well, our average is a C. You think Dallas Eakins is a D? Anyways, we'll see. It'll be interesting to see what I'll be doing this video. By the way, I did the defense video, but I haven't posted it. I haven't got it downloaded yet. So it'll be interesting to see what the Anaheim fans say about this. The next one, Arizona, we can't do Arizona because, like, I don't know anything about the guy at all. It's a brand new coach, so can't really grade a coach. Can't really grade a coach that doesn't that hasn't did anything yet, unless you know about his work in junior or whatever college, which Tierney, right? So we'll skip Anaheim. NA, yeah, NA. Next, Bruce Cassidy of the Boston Bruins. Bruce Cassidy of the Boston Bruins. That should be an interesting one. I'm excited to see what you guys are going to give for this, because grading coaches is one of the most difficult things to do. Weichel gives him an A. Oh, they got rid of talking, so they get an F. Bruins an A. A from CL, an A minus. Yeah, I probably got to give an A too. Yeah, but I mean, okay, yeah, he's got a really good young team. So does that mean that because he's got a young team, does that mean, like, you got to remember when Bruce Cassidy first came in, he was taken over from the legend Claude Julien, and that team was not doing all that well. And they haven't really skipped a beat the whole time. The defense he had to work with last year was pretty brutal. I got to give him an A too. And I don't even like it because I still think the year he won the Coach of the Year, Tortorella should have won it. But that's not really his fault. It just stings with me. So we're giving him an A. We had 3 A's and an A minus. So, all right, the next one then. I get your point though, Phil. He did have a pretty veteran team to work with. It's certainly a lot easier on him than, say, the guy we just talked about with Dallas Eakins, who basically has a pretty young team. Pretty difficult team to work with there. Next, Buffalo Sabres, Granato, for his work that he did in half a season. Granato, Sabres. What do you think about Granato? Lauren gives Granato a D+. Wow. Weichel an A. There we go. You don't think Granato did a good job last year, Lauren? CL a D. Wow, we're all over the place here. Holy smokes. You don't think Granato did a good job last year, CL and Lauren? I thought the team looked good for the half a year that he was in there. Thanks. Oh, hello, Casal. We're rating NHL goaltenders, TikTok people. So, goaltenders, rating NHL coaches right now. Grading, I guess, is the best way to put it because we're giving them a grade. Really? What did you think he did poorly, Lauren? I'm interested in this. This is what I like about that. I saw a guy who changed the whole energy of that team. He got Middlestat to score. Tage Thompson started putting it away. Reinhardt started putting it away. I thought he did a good job too. We're all over the place. We got a D+. This is what I like because everybody sees things differently and nobody's really wrong here. I like doing this because sometimes I think, you know what, I never really thought about that. You know, sometimes just because the team did better doesn't mean he did great. It's just it was so bad when he got there that there was nowhere to go but up. That's possible too, right? He failed his team. All right. I thought he did a good job. So Phil says, Bridgman says a C. I got an A-. So A-, B+. I'll go B+. Weichel says so we got an A, a D, a D-, a C+, a B+. That sounds like a B- to me. Skinner, yeah, well, I mean, do you think a coach is going to change that, honestly? I don't. I mean, if a coach can get something out of Skinner right now after getting that $9 million contract, he certainly should get Coach of the Year, I would say. I'm trying to think. I think Green is a good coach. We'll see what Eriksson does. Sometimes I don't think you can get anything out of a player. What can you do? There are times when I think that, well, a good coach would have told them to never sign him. I don't know. I gave a B+. I think that works out to about a B-. A B- for the Buffalo Sabres coach. All right. Next. Daryl Sutter from the Calgary Flames. Daryl Sutter from the Calgary Flames. It's kind of hard to give a grade to it, but he did have half a season to work with. Before Kevin Adams was Jason Botterill. John Weichel gives Sutter a B. Wow. Lauren says C+. I don't know. They had the same record after getting him as they did before. You think it's a B. Okay. He was fine, but not great. C. B. C plus. I have a hard time with this. His job basically was to assess the team and figure out what they need and who to bring back and who not to bring back and all of those sort of things like that. I didn't see much change in the actual team. So yeah, I'm going to say it was pretty vanilla. I'm going to give him a C too. B, C, B, C plus, C, C. And a B. So C plus, I guess. I give him a C, you guys give him a C plus altogether. Good, not great. We'll see what he does this year with that team. But you're also going on, like, you know, what is he as a coach? Like, he was great in LA. It depends on how you look at it. Like, he was one of the greatest coaches in LA. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of feel bad for giving him a C now, actually, because he was a great coach. But I think he has to reprove it again. We're talking about hockey, my friend. All hockey all the time. It's a Pearl of Wisdom show on YouTube. We're grading every NHL coach. I'm talking to somebody on TikTok here. All the NHL coaches, we're giving them a grade. We just did the Flames and Sutter, and you're welcome to put your grade down there. You're welcome to put your grade for everyone, and we'll add that into. You can also come over to my, we're grading every team. You can also come over to my YouTube, My NHL Pearls of Wisdom. You can find the link in my bio there. We got a bunch of people here, and we're grading it. But if you want to do it there, that's cool too. Okay, next coach that we're doing is. Oh, this will be easy. Canes, the Hurricanes. Brindamore. What's the grade for Brinde? Rod Brindamore, grade from A to F, buddy, in TikTok there. What's your name? Mario? It's a grade from A to F. And after we're done here, I do a video on all our grades. You say a B. Mario on TikTok says a B for... Oh, shoot. I'm going to lose you guys now. Okay, good. I got it. Okay, good. I'm not. Rod the Bod. Everybody's giving him an A plus here, Mario. A plus. Lauren for sure. Lauren's a Carolina fan. He gave him an A plus. Yeah, he just won the Jack Adams, so. He got out-coached in the playoffs? You could make a case for that, I guess. You won't give him an A because he hasn't won. They won't give him an A because he hasn't won a cup yet. Wow. He did win a Jack Adams, though. I gave him an A, so we got an A. Brindamore's got an A. I don't know what you got to do to get an A plus. John Weichel gave a B, so we got an A for him. That's what we got. You can. He got what happened to Carolina is they got out goaltended. Vasilevsky was a better goaltender. I think. And Tampa Bay was stacked, but Brindamore won a cup as a player, but not as a coach. Yes, that's true. Next, we'll go to Chicago Blackhawks. Coolaton. I don't know. I don't know if you guys will agree with me on this one or not, but we'll see. Coolaton, Chicago Blackhawks. So we got Chicago Blackhawks Mario and everybody else is in here. Don't tell me we lost somebody. Who would have left this riveting conversation? I have no idea. Couldn't imagine somebody doing such a thing. Blackhawks, Lauren C+ for Coolaton. Best goalie in the league, yeah. Well, I still say Vasilevsky. Or do you think that C+ for Coolaton? Weichel says A. Thank you, sir. Blackhawk C+. Mario says C+. Weichel says A. CL says C. I say A. I think Coolaton is one of the best young coaches in the game. I freaking love him. I don't think Chicago had any business even coming close to a playoff spot last year. The fact that they were still in a playoff race last year was amazing. It was tough, yeah. A-, A, C+, C. What the heck do we give that? C+, C+, C, A-, A, A. I guess that would have to be a B then. Coolaton. I gave him an A. The overall consensus is a B. All right. Next. This is fun. This is more fun than I even thought it was going to be. This is great. Next. Colorado Avalanche. Bednar. Hard to rate him with that great solid lineup that he has. But, I mean, you can't dispute they had one of the best, I think they had the best defense in the league. As far as, and that has something to do with systems for sure. Avs B+. B+ from Lauren. What do you got there, Mario, for the Avalanche? Mario's still hanging in with us on TikTok there. CL is A. B+, B+, A. It's hard to judge Bednar because he's got a very stacked lineup. He has one of the best rosters in the league. B+, and they choked. Yeah, I think they were just very green. But Weichel A. And I say B+ too. So it looks like it's like somewhere between B+ and A. But since there is no such thing as that, B+, B+. But something kind of, I'm with you, Mario. It kind of sticks with me that, you know, they really did. They really lost out in the playoffs, and that's a coaching aspect. Coaching is very hard to grade, but it's fun doing it. Okay, what do we got next now? We got to skip Columbus because we don't know what Brad Larson is as a head coach. So we're skipping Columbus and we go to the Dallas Stars and Rick Bowness. Dallas Stars and Rick Bowness. See, I'm a big coach guy, so it's hard for me to rate coaches poorly, but you got a B. Mario was quick on the draw and says a B for Rick Bowness. That was for Rick Bowness, right? Yeah. Oh, I guess we could have went Tortorella. Shoot, that's right. We could have went Tortorella. Okay, you know what? Let's just do Dallas and we will do Tortorella after this. B minus for CL. Stars B. B. B minus. CL B minus. I got B minus, but it's a B. And we'll do Blue Jackets. We'll do Torts. Mario says F minus. Okay, if you did Torts already, Lauren said B minus for Torts. It's tough here because, like, are you talking about how he did last year? Or are you talking about him as a coach, period? All of those things like that. CBL, Columbus is an F. I have a hard time giving Torts a bad mark, but he really lost it last year. Like, I gotta say, he did. He lost the room last year. Like, am I rating him as a coach? As a coach, I give him an A+. But last year, if we're doing it on last year, which is pretty much what we're doing, I gotta give him like a D. We got an F. B minus, F minus. Him for his career is B. But I think I have a hard time with Tortorella. I love Torts. I should have established, are we talking about last year or are we talking about him as a coach? It certainly took all that happened last year really took the shine off of Tortorella quite a bit. Yeah, when Torts loses a team, he really loses a team. Yeah. All right. Well, you know what? I'm gonna give last year. We'll do it for last year. I should have made that clear, but I don't know. Him talking to the media is A+. Out of all that, I'm going to give him a... Yeah, I'm going to say for last year. For last year, we got to go... I think we got to go with D minus at least. D minus. D minus, bad year. Last year, Torts was an F. Okay, everybody, it's an F. F. But I'm going to specifically say because of last year. Okay, next. I struggled with that one because I love Torts, but... Jeff Blashill. Now, how do you pick Jeff Blashill? I mean, That's why, how do you go by career? Because this guy hasn't had a team for a long time, but all of his players get better every year. Detroit Red Wings. And Stevie Yzerman supports him, so how do you not support him when one of the greatest hockey minds in the world does it? Oh yeah, I love Trotz versus media. You thought you were ranking in general? Yeah, I don't know what I was ranking. Honestly, I didn't make it clear. I think it's a combination of everything last year, whatever. I mean, if you're doing Torts, and Torts is such a tough one because if you're doing in general, he won a cup, he's won a coach of the year. He's an A for sure, but last year was an absolute dumpster fire. And like a lot of these coaches, you don't even have that much of a sample size to go from. So, like I would say, White. Like how do you judge Blashill? I mean, every year his players get better. So, and that's really what his job is right now in Detroit. It's for his players to get better. Hey Mercer, how you doing? Mercer's in the house. Yeah. I predicted that, by the way, Mario. I predicted that Columbus would beat the Leafs that year. Hey, Mercer, how you doing, bud? We're rating every coach in the NHL, and we're at Blashill right now. So that's a tough one. John Weichel says F-. Bridgman, so Weichel doesn't think that Blashill's a good coach. Philip Bridgman thinks B-. We're rating them for last year and sort of in general. I guess it's pretty hard not to do it. You know nothing about coaches. Oh my gosh, how could you not know anything about coaches? I think it's a combination. Like with Tortorella, his whole last year set took such a shine off of him. It's crazy. But we'll try to do it in general, I guess. It's hard. For last year, D+. I should have made this more clear. But I didn't know. Forget it. It's in general. We're going to do it in general. I'll go redo this list if we have to. But it's in general. Because we've been doing it in general all the way up until now. So if you're saying Blashill for me in general, I'm going to say B because he's did what he's asked him to do. So we'll just say in general. You haven't missed a game since 76? Yeah, I'm grading him a B because his job is for the players to get better every year. So I'm just going to go in general for the coaches. And if we got to change it, then that's fine. In general for the coaches. In general, you give him a C+. Okay. I give Blashill a B. But I'm probably on the high side for all these coaches because I think they're all great. If you're in the NHL, you're a great coach. But it's really tough for me because I have a soft spot for coaches. So we got... You're going with a B for Blashill. Good, okay. Lauren's got a B-, C+, B, B. Did Weichel put one in here yet? Oh yeah, he said F-, right? And B-, okay. So we have a B, an F minus, a B, and a C plus. So what do you guys think all of those add up to? A B? No, B, it can't be B. B minus. It's hard to average out the F minus there. I should have went with percentages here, but that's okay. We started with this. We're going to keep on rolling with it. Next, the Edmonton Oilers. Dave Tippett. Okay. Dave Tippett, the Edmonton Oilers. If you're doing in general, I don't know. Oh, Whitechoke could be right. You know what? It's hard. Maybe Detroit could be better than they are if they had a better coach. I don't really see it, though. What have you done for your team lately, Mario says. So Oilers, Tippett, Mario, what do you say? C minus, C minus, Lauren D plus. Weichel says A. Weichel is on. You think the thing is in Arizona, Dave Tippett brought a whole bunch of Arizona teams to the playoffs that didn't deserve to be there. C plus in regular season. So what do you give them overall? So did you give a B minus? Wow, that's high. Well, I'll tell you what, from what I've seen of what Dave Tippett has done with that team so far, this is going to be my lowest rating probably. I'm giving a D. So we have a D plus, a C minus, a C minus, an A, and a B minus. So I would say that's a C. Dave Tippett gets a C. In general, C plus. Okay. But I'm saying in general, like I should even say, if I'm going to do it in general, I thought he was a good coach in Arizona, but he's just gone to crap. See how difficult it is? I just think he's past his prime. That's a good way. See, you do know coaches all right there. Mercer says that he gives a C minus because he's not too bad of a coach. Like he doesn't negatively affect his team. He just doesn't have any ingenious ideas or good ideas to upgrade the team. You said D plus. So we got an average of C here, I think. So anyways, let's do next because, my gosh, we got 15 minutes and a lot of coaches to go through. Although I'll probably stay on longer. I'm having too much fun. Todd McClellan, the LA Kings. Todd McClellan, the LA Kings. I'm going to put mine in last here. Yeah, they might have a hard time firing Tippett because Kenny Holland just loves the guy. Just loves the guy. C for McClellan, okay? Overall as a coach. Mel Bridgman an F. Oh my gosh. A, B, C, D. Oh, shoot. Did I miss the Panthers? Oh, shoot. I missed the Panthers. Damn it. Okay, don't do with the Kings. I got to do the Panthers first. Sorry. Yep. Q, this is pretty easy. I think, anyways. Coach Q for the Panthers, sorry. I'll try to remember your C there, Mario. Panthers, sorry about that, my fault. Perlo dance. Elliot's in the house. We are grading every NHL coach right now, Elliot. Florida Panthers, Quinville. Quinville gets a B from Mario. Oh my gosh. A+, CLA, and a B, and I'm A+ all day long, A+. CLA, I'm A+. So we got to, I mean, he did awesome things with that roster. Awesome things with that roster, I think. And he didn't even have the greatest goaltending in the world. But we got to give it an A by all of these. I'm going to put my A+ in there. But we got to give it an A. Now we're going to do the Kings. McClellan. And I got your C. Mary already had a C. So the Kings, Mercer had A+. All right. Well, we can give him an A+ then. That's enough A+ to do it. McClellan. LA Kings, McClellan. We got a C from Mario already. I can't remember if anybody... else did anything. I don't think anybody else did anything for McClellan. Kings D. We got a C and a D. John Weichel has a B. I have a feeling they're going to be all over this. John Weichel has a B for McClellan. Inappropriate comments? F. My gosh, we're all over the place here. Mercer D+ and C+. No, we're doing it in general, coach in general. I got a B for McClellan. I think he did pretty darn good with that roster. Last year was tough, but overall I think he's done all right. But we're all over the place. So D+, F, B, D, C. I'd say that's got to be a C. Next coach. Got to make sure I don't screw up here. Minnesota Wild. Evison. This should be interesting. Minnesota Wild, Evison. You guys thinking about Evison? To me, it's like an automatic for me. But I'm not going to tell you guys because I don't want to spin into what you guys are going to say. Weichel a C. Lord Darkin a B-. Wow. B+, B+. Mercer a B+. Mario a C+. Bridgman a B. And I am an A. I think he did freaking amazing with that law. I think Dean Evison is Dean Evison at the end of his career, I believe, will be up there with Barry Trotz and Tortorella and all those guys. I do. I think he's amazing. You signed a baseball hat and rookie card for Barrios the other day? Nice. So the average here is, wow, we got all C+, B-, B+, B+, and an A. So I would say the average is a B. Evison gets a B. Next. Okay. Oh, this should be interesting. Canadians Ducharme. Canadians Ducharme. What do you got for that, Mario? If he's on the right track. Oh, yeah, for sure. I agree with you, Mario. No doubt about it. B-. Elliott's going to give him an A. Mercer's going to give A- and a B+. Oh, between an A- and a B+. Weichel says an A. Bridgman says a B. Lawrence says an A. Mercer says a B-. Mario says a B-. Let's see what he does next year. You took a team to the finals nobody saw happening. I think anybody giving him a lower score has got to be because you figure Price did it all. And you can make a case for that. But I thought what he did was pretty miraculous. Like when he took over, Shea Weber said that there was a problem in the room. So from that moment, Shea Weber never comes out in public. And Shea Weber came out and said there was a problem in the room. So it must have been a pretty big damn problem if Shea Weber came out and said it. And he went from that to bringing a team to the finals. I got to give him an A+. And I got to give him an A+ because I thought it was going to be a total train wreck when he got hired. So that was a pretty amazing thing. But I understand lower ones too because Price really was the reason. You know, what coach would not have brought that team the way Price was playing? So, you hate Montreal. Yeah, and some people just hate Montreal. You're a Leafs fan, so it's hard to give them a good... yeah. But anyways, what do we got? B, A, A-, and a B-. I gotta say that adds up to an A. A+. But we will see what he does next year. You got to bring point, Phil. It's one thing to come in and rah everybody into place. You know, how many coaches have we seen have come in and been able to build up enough energy in the team to get them to go hard and then fall off a cliff right after that? You see it all the time. So he could be an absolute disaster next year. So we'll see. Good point. Bridge, for sure. No doubt about that. Hines, Predators. I think this could be all over the map. In general, I mean, people in New Jersey said Hines was horrible, and then he goes to Nashville, and And your name is now SSS. Oh, okay. Oh, we're doing, sorry, Mario, I just caught that. We're doing a GM rating show next, which will probably be tomorrow afternoon. Bridgman gives a B plus to Hines. B minus by Lauren and Mercer. CL, C minus. Wow, you think Nashville could have been better than they were? That's interesting. C, wow. Again, this is a case where this is a team I don't think should have made the playoffs on paper. So it was going south so hard, and then Duchesne got injured, and all of a sudden everything changed. I'm on the fence about it, but I think to have a team go that far south and then to bring it back again and get it into the playoffs the way he did. I mean, it's not just him, but he's the coach, and they got there. I got to give him a B, because in New Jersey he looked like it didn't look like it worked at all. So it's a tough one, but I'm going to give him a B because that was pretty impressive what he did. So we got a C from Mario. Bridgman has a B plus. Preds B minus. Mercer B minus. CL C minus, and wow, this is B minus all day. B minus all day. Predators, Hines B minus. Okay, next. Lindy Ruff. New Jersey Devils. This is really hard, like for career and everything. Lindy Ruff. He made the right call for benching who? Duchesne? Douchebag. I guess that's Duchesne. Lindy Ruff gets a B from Mario. Like C minus, C from White, C minus, Mercer C. It's a tough one because that team was so young. B minus, C plus. That team was so young. I mean, there was a lot of good things I saw in that team, and I think it did become better. If you go his overall in general career, I think he's a great coach. He had a rough spell in Dallas. Yeah, I got to go C plus too. C, C minus, B minus. It feels like a C plus to averaged out everywhere. C plus for Lindy Ruff. It'll be interesting. This is the big year for Lindy there. What are they going to get out of the Devils next year? Oh, B. CL got a B. Well, I already got it in there. Sorry, CL. I already scraped it down there. Probably wasn't going to change all that much anyways. Oh, this one. Yes. Okay. Well, now we got the Islanders. I mean, can anybody give Barry Trotz? Is there anything to say about that? Like Barry Trotz. Barry Trotz, Mario. What do you give Barry Trotz? I'll let you all put her down there. I don't know. Yeah, A for Mario. A plus, A plus. Yeah, I think Ruff did the best with what he could do. But yeah, everybody's A plus. Mario's an A. I'm A plus. A plus. A plus. I mean, for the Islanders, yeah. Yes, Whitechel for the Islanders. Mercer A. I think it's pretty much an A plus. There's a couple A's in there, but way more A pluses than it. It's gonna take something catastrophic to happen to take Barry Trotz off his mantle of A plus. I think for me, anyways, the guy's an absolute freaking goat. One of the greatest of all time, for sure. Brought Nashville teams. Trotz is the Bowman of our era. Yeah, you could say that. Brought Nashville teams to the playoffs that had no business being there. Nobody could get Washington to win a cup. Couldn't play defense, they said. He goes there. They play incredible defense. Even play a trap to win a cup. Then goes to the island that was like floundering all the hell. As soon as he gets there, he changes them into what they are now. Like, the guy's greatest all time. One of the greatest all time, for sure. New York Rangers, Gerard Gallant. Now, we haven't been able to see, this is why we can't really do last year, because we haven't really been able to see what he does with the Rangers, but we do have a sample size to rate it from, to grade it from. So, Gerard Gallant. Mel Bridgman is A. Gerard Gallant. I mean, took a Vegas team that never existed into the finals. B. Wow, B. I think you could make a case, though, that Vegas would not have made it there without Fleury. How much was it coaching? And then, are we rating the Rangers coaching including the coach before him? I mean, the coach before him. So that's a tough one, right? But it's Gallant now, so we'll go with Gallant. But if you go by Quinn, it's a little different. So we got CL and A. Lauren, is that Rangers B- based on Gallant or what Quinn did last year? That's the thing. Gallant is the coach at the moment. So CL A, Mercer A, Whitechel B-. He was better than DeBoer. Quinn sucked. I got to give him an A too. So I think we got a B+ out of this. I think we got a B+ for Gallant. And I think that feels like it should be an A. He's done some pretty incredible things. But he did get fired from Vegas for some reason. It wasn't working there. And then in Florida, he got fired again. So he's going to have to show what he can do there. I think he's going to do good things for the Rangers, though. I think that team could be unbelievable. I think that team could be the sleeper team. I don't even know if it's a sleeper team because I'm hearing a lot of projections that the Rangers are going to be stacked this year. Ottawa Senators. DJ Smith. Now that team had a killer second half last year. I don't know. There's something about that guy I love. There's something about that guy I really, really like. Live is on FYP. Oh, cool. What was that, Mario? Was that B+ for DJ Smith? Sends B+, B+. Weichel says A. If you can put like the team, because I sometimes forget. Weichel says A, B+. Okay, B+ for. Yeah, there's something I really like about that guy. I think he's got more to prove yet, but I like the B+ too. And it seems like we got a lot of B+ here. But I see him being an A+ real quick. And Ottawa got another A. So, yeah, B+ seems to be the score, the grade there. Next. Philadelphia Flyers. Vangel. AV. Philadelphia Flyers. What do you guys give the AV, Alain Vangel, Philadelphia Flyers? They had a rough year last year. Overall, he's brought, didn't he bring the Rangers to the final once? He went to Vancouver and he did really well in Vancouver. C+. Lauren, D-. Bridgman, B-. What's CL going to give? I'm interested in seeing, what are you going to give CL? CL's a big Flyers fan. I'm a Flyers fan too. Mercer, C+, B-. They're all over the board here. C+, D-. CL, buddy. Come on. You're holding out. Did you take, I think CL took off because he doesn't want to grade his coach. He doesn't want to give a bad grade to AV. No, he didn't. For 1920 last year, a D. So can we put a C then, CL, for in general, or what? I agree, last year a D. I'm about a C. I think he's an average coach altogether. Overall B. Okay. C- for Weichel. C+, C+, C-. Don't make it do it. C-. Okay, D-. B. It looks like C is the average. Okay, we got a C as an average by the looks of it. Okay, next. Mike Sullivan of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Sullivan of the Pittsburgh Penguins. If you weren't a Leafs fan, you would have been a Flyers fan? Oh, really? I'm actually from Mississauga, Mario. And I'm a Flyers and Vegas, Oilers, and Carolina fan. Not necessarily in that order. But I'm not a Leafs fan. I feel for Leafs fans, though. I do feel for them. A. Sullivan is an A. Penn C. Lauren. Oh my gosh. A. CL B+. Bridgman A+. Mercer A-. I got to give Sullivan an A+ myself. That guy has brought, those teams have no business making the playoffs. No business. Jari and Smith is your goaltenders. You got Cody Ceci and Matheson, and all of a sudden they become good defensemen just like that. What do you got for Mario? Did you say A? Yeah, I got a plus. C, A plus, A minus. It looks like the average is about an A, because A minus, A plus, A minus maybe. The average is A minus, and I got A plus. The average is A minus. Yeah, that's what I say too. If you can bring it, I think a lot of times Sullivan does get credit because he's got Crosby there, but I don't like. To me, a sign of a great coach is a coach that can make goaltenders better, and can win with poor goaltending. That's why I gave McClellan a higher rating. He won in San Jose with bad goaltending quite a bit. So, yeah, I agree. I can't believe that team made the playoffs, to tell you the honest truth. I was in the situation at the time. I thought Brindy and Q should win, but if somebody would have gave it to Sullivan last year, I wouldn't argue too much about it. He carried that team on his back, but it's true, but I think it had a lot to do with coaching too. Crosby is amazing, yes, absolutely. And that's the reason why Sullivan, I don't think, gets the credit that maybe he deserves. It'll always be under the shadow of having a genius mind like Crosby as a player on your bench. Oh, A plus for you. Okay, so, well, we already have it in though, Mario. It's okay. San Jose Sharks. And I know Boogie's going to get a bad mark here, but I don't know what he could have did. Sharks. Bob Boughner. I know he's going to get a bad mark, and I probably got to give him a bad mark too, but I really don't know what he could have did. Like, what are you going to do with that team? You have a egomaniac in Kane as your best player, your worst goaltending in the league, probably. Horrible defense. Like, what's he going to do there? I don't know. But the fact of the matter is, I can't give him a high grade either, because that's his job, is to take care of that stuff. Mario gives C minus, D minus. F, D minus. Bridgman, F. It looks like a D minus is the score. I probably would have been a little more gracious and give him like C minus or D, but I don't know how much a coach could have did in that situation. Like, hey, how you doing, chill bro? We're grading every NHL coach in the league right now. We're at the San Jose Sharks, and we just gave Boughner a D minus. And next, Seattle Kraken. Hackstall. Now this is going to be interesting. What do you give Hackstall? Well, we haven't got to the Blues yet, my friend. We're going to get there. Right now we're on the Seattle Kraken, so the Blues are next. So stick around at least for that. Oh, hockey, 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's a 10 for sure. What do you give C for Seattle. Hopefully it comes back here. I think I lost my TikTok users here. Yeah, so you're doing in general for Hackstall, right? So not as a Seattle coach, but in general. I lost my TikTok, guys, because my phone overheated. Okay, so we got a B plus, C for Seattle, C minus for Seattle, C plus, B plus for Mercer. I think he still has a lot to prove, so I give him a C. And it kind of looks like that's going to be the average here. So I'm going to see if we can get our TikTok guys back here. C minus. So we're going to C here. So we got to see. Sorry, okay, I had to get it back going again. We'll see if we'll get those guys back again. Next. Craig Berube, St. Louis, and there was a guy that wanted to hear that. But we lost him. Craig Berube from the St. Louis Blues. Bridgman, B. Kyle Mercer, B minus. You can't go live. St. Louis is B minus. Is that all we got? Do we lose everybody here now? Did I lose everybody? I give him a B2, so we'll wait for a couple to roll in here yet. Oh, we got some more people. St. Louis Blues, Craig Berube. Whoever just came in, we're grading St. Louis Blues, Craig Berube. Oh, good, you got back. Sweet. Yeah, my phone overheated. I wanted that other guy to come in here too. A for Berube. I got an A for Berube. We got a B minus, a B. Okay, Weichel, what do you give Berube? John Weichel. If you're still there. I give him a B. We got an A, a B minus, and a B. And that's it. So I'm going to get, it's a B. C minus, okay, it's a B. B, 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 B. So that other guy, are you here? We got him as a B. Okay, next. How many more do we got left here? Quite a few. John Cooper of the Tampa Bay Lightning. John Cooper, C+. Oh my gosh, we had C minus. I guess I can't give him a B then. I got to give him a B minus. B minus for Berube. John Cooper, Tampa Bay Lightning. Bridgman says A+. Mario says A+. Kyle Mercer says B minus. Wow. B minus because his team is too good, probably. Lauren says A+. Weichel says A. Yeah, I know. B minus. That seems low. You don't need a very talented coach, but you can make a pretty good case that he's still a very talented coach. And he won the cup twice, 2 years in a row. I got to give him an A+. I got to give him an A+. I love Cooper. I think he'd be just, I think he would be, yeah, I like Cooper. The team's stacked. I get what you're saying, man. It is harder to judge how good a coach is when the team is that stacked, but and you could have a point. Like, if he went to a different team, would he have been as successful? I think he would, but Lightning. Cooper, we got an A+, B minus, A+. We got to give him an A. I give him an A+, but I think the average is an A, so we'll go average as an A. Next. Sheldon Keefe. This should be interesting. Sheldon Keefe. Your team, Mario. Your team. And also Weichel's team here. Bridgman gives him an F. Mario gives him a B minus. I don't know what the heck to give him, to tell you the honest truth. I honestly don't know what to give him. B minus. That probably means it should be a B minus. Weichel says a D. So I can't give the whole thing be a B minus. C plus. D. That feels like a C plus then. I think I have a B minus, but C plus. I mean, you got a lot of talent there. Okay goaltending. He seemed to get a lot out of the goaltending he did have. Toronto was 7th in the league in defense. Nobody saw that coming. And then, but I mean, until you get past the first round, I don't think anybody's going to give a Toronto coach a good grade. It's very difficult grade to give. Very difficult. Very difficult. Vancouver Canucks. Green, Vancouver Canucks. If Tavares is playing, maybe it's a different story. Maybe. Maybe. He wouldn't play Austin Matthews with Nylander in the playoffs. Green, Mercer as D plus. Vancouver, Bridgman has an F. Lauren has a D minus. Vancouver C for, yeah, I kind of like the C too. Their defense is so bad. I got a guy, I kind of like C minus. D plus D, I think a D. Weichel comes in and gives a C minus at the end. I think that averages out to D plus D minus F. I think it's a D. I think that averages to a D. A D for Green and the Canucks. Lots of injuries. Yeah, that was 1 year. I don't think he's a bad coach, but I think he's got an overrated roster to work with. But I think you still got to go by results sometimes, you know? You didn't get the results. So, Vegas Golden Knights, I know one person who's going to give them nothing here. Vegas, DeBoer. I know an F is coming here. I know an F is coming. Vegas Golden Knights. Pete DeBoer. What's your grading for Pete DeBoer? Vegas is B+. Weichel says A. Just wait till you see what Lauren is going to throw out there. What do you got, Mario? Pete DeBoer. B-. I knew it. Lauren comes out. Vegas overrated pile of crap coach. F-. F-. He can't stand him. A, B+, A-. I thought he lost the room in the playoffs there. I can't give him a very high grade either. I like B-. What did you give B-? If you like talking about hockey, Layla, you can join the live. We're talking about hockey. As long as you talk about hockey, you can join the live, yes, if you want. We're on for about 10 or 15 more minutes. All right, you're going to talk hockey, you can come on. You don't look like you're going to be talking about hockey, and you look young. I'm going to be over here pretty soon. I think I changed my mind. Yeah, but Pete DeBoer wasn't there when they... Vegas A had to step out. Okay, so we got a... Yeah, we're almost done, bud. Done, my friend. So, sorry. I think we'll pass. Yeah. Okay, so we got A. We're all over the place on this. It looks like a B, though. Pete DeBoer gets a B. Pete DeBoer gets a B. Next. I got to finish this off here soon. So, Washington Capitals, Peter Laviolette. The shine came off of Peter Laviolette a bit. He did some great things. Like if you're talking about in general, I think at one time Laviolette was a great coach. I think now the guy needs to take a vacation. I think Laviolette needs to take a vacation. I don't want anybody stopping anything. You can be a mod, but I don't want anybody to stop anything. You can be a mod just for fun, but I don't want anybody to stop anything. B-. Washington, C-. Lauren, Caps, B-. Mercer, C. CL, yeah, because he was a coach for Philadelphia, so you're going to give him a big score there. He had some good runs, that's the thing, yeah. I got... what did we have? C-, B-, C, B+, B-, B+, and I give him a C+. Early in his career, it's like A-ish, and the last like 3 or 4 years is like D. So C+. So I guess C+. It looks like a C+. Finally, Paul Maurice. Jets. Maurice. Paul Maurice. The final score. And I'll be doing this video. So you want to sub yourself up there, Mario, to my YouTube channel, My NHL Pearls of Wisdom, so you can see the videos we do based on this. We already did Montreal. We gave DeBoer, we gave Ducharme. What did we give? We gave Charbonnet. Ducharme. Jets B. What do you give Paul Maurice? I love Paul Maurice, but Mercer C. Wow. Yeah, it should be in the. It's in the bio in my profile. Just hit her up. If not, you can search. If you, it's there, but you can also search my NHL Pearls of Wisdom or Perlo Wisdom. You can't open it? Well, that's the problem then, eh? I got to figure out why that is. Search my NHL Pearls of Wisdom. My NHL Pearls of Wisdom. And it'll be there. There's nobody else that has that for sure. Maurice, A-. Had no defense. Yeah. Jets, B. All over the place for the Jets. All over the place. What do you got for the Jets, Mario? A-. A. I give him an A. I just love him. The guy just gets stuff done. He gets stuff done. They make the playoffs. He's got a bad defense. He works around that. Whitechell, A. You got a C there, an A-, a B, 2 A's, then a B-. Looks like a B+. B+. Okay, that's my full 42, guys. I went way long for you guys today. It was fun, though. I'm having too much fun. I'm having so much fun. That's the problem. Now I got to go. My wife's going to be on there going, why are you staying on so long? But I'm having too much fun. I got to go, though. Get over to my NHL Pearls of Wisdom. I got to find out why that link won't open up. You tried it and it didn't open? Really? Is it blue? Does the link blue? My stage name is Perlo. Perlo Wisdom. If you see my title, Perlo Wisdom Show, search Perlo Wisdom Show on YouTube. I don't know. I search Perlo Wisdom Show on YouTube and I'll find me. That's my name, my TikTok name. All right, see you guys tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow I do it afternoon from 1 till 3. 1 till 3 Mountain, 3 to 5 Eastern. See you there, buddy. Have a great day, everybody. Awesome having y'all on. Okay, bye.